Welcome to our Kashato Sessions, a guide to answer an accounting practice set. So in this video tutorial, ang sinasagutan natin ay yung ating Kashato Shirts, accounting practice set for a merchandising business, 2022 issue 10th edition by Win Baliada. Okay? So ang topic natin for this video ay yung transactions to special journals and general journal. So let's start. Yan. So, chronology of transactions. So, yung chronology of transactions natin, meron kasi akong ginawang mga private video tutorials prior to this one, prior to this certain video. Tapos, sa private video tutorials na yun, ginornalize natin yung mga transactions sa operations ni Kashato for the month of October. Tapos, yung form ng journal entries ay yung kinamulatan natin kung paano gawin yung mga journal entries. 'Di ba? Meron tayong mga activities sa basic accounting natin na subject. Tapos, gino-journalize natin sila. So, ganun lang kasimple. Okay? Pero, may mga transactions kasi, 'di ba? I think na intindihan nyo naman na medyo hindi maintindihan agad sa unang basa or kaya hindi mo magigets agad. So, if you wanted to have a guide on journalizing those transactions, available for access. So, you just have to read how to access those videos down our description box or kaya message nyo lang ako sa aking Facebook page, that's CK Acts. Okay? So, yung mga journal entries ng mga transactions ni Kashato for the month of October, meron niyang 5 pwedeng puntahan na type of journal. Okay? So, yung 5 na yon ay yung sales journal, cash receipts journal, voucher register, check register, and general journal. So, if you want to have an in-depth explanation kung ano ba yung mga dapat na ilagay na transactions sa mga type of journals na to, you can access those private video tutorials. Okay? Nandun sila lahat or na-explain ko sila doon lahat. Okay? Pero for the sake of this video, medyo paikliin na lang natin yung idea and yung pinaka-importante lang. So, if you're or if one transaction has this phrases, ito yung mga pupuntahan nilang type of journal. So, for example, we have transaction na may nakalagay na sold or kaya recorded sales invoice number XX. Ibig sabihin, sa sales journal dapat siya ilagay. Okay? And for the transactions na may issued official receipt number, sa cash receipts journal naman yan. Then, for the recorded voucher number na phrase, for the transactions sa voucher register, issued check number XX for the check register, and record in the general journal, or kaya yung mga excess transactions, yung mga transactions na hindi natin nailagay dito sa first 4 types of special journals, sa general journal natin siya nilalagay. Okay? So, yan yung palatandaan, yung mabilis lang na palatandaan para ma-identify natin kung ano ba yung mga transactions na dapat i-record for a certain type of journal. Okay? Yan. Pero ang focus natin for this video, before ko yun sabihin, ayan, so meron akong binigay dito na, I think kodigo na rin siya, pero more of a guide, para hindi na kayo mahirapan na mag-isip, though you have to analyze din sa sarili ninyo kung bakit ganito yung nangyari. So, we have here the dates of the transactions, the entity involved, for those dates, and the type of journal kung saan dapat inilalagay yung mga transactions na yon. So, itong mga nakalista dito, they are the transactions dun sa chronology of transactions natin, kung ano yung date nila, kung sino yung mga entity na involved, nakatransact ni Kashato for that specific transaction, and yung type of journal kung saan sila dapat nire-record. Okay? So, this is the first part. So, yung second part naman ay ito. Yan. Ito yung second part. Yan. So, overall, I think we have 33, 66 na transactions here. Yan. Tapos, for this video talaga, ang gusto ko kasing i-focus ay yung about sa general journal. Okay? So, let's define first what is general journal. According to the Special Journals and Voucher System, page 3, it is used when a transaction cannot be recorded appropriately in any other special journal. Say, for examples, ay yung mga transactions for merchandise returns, yung mga write-off ng uncollectible accounts, or yung mga certain na non-cash transactions involving notes receivables and notes payable. Okay? So, in addition, adjusting, closing, and reversing entries are recorded in this journal. Take note that transaction with sales, returns, and allowances in its journal entry should be computed of VAT or output tax. Okay? So, ang ganap natin dito sa general journal, specifically in this video, ay kung ano lang mga natirang or yung mga excess na transactions na hindi na ilagay sa special journals, yun yung i-explain ko dito. Okay? So, if you wanted to know more about the transactions, kung paano ba kino-compute or kino-construct yung mga special journals, meron din tayo mga private video tutorials for that. So, it is open to access. Meron lang tayong ways on how to access that. Just read the ways sa ating description box or message us on our Facebook page. Okay? Yan. So, simulan natin dito sa listahan na to. So, di ba kanina pinakita ko sa inyo yung mga listahan ng mga transactions with its date, entity involved, type of journal. Okay? And sa listahan na yon, meron lang tayong 4 na transactions na applicable for general journal. And ito sila. Okay, transactions from October 4, 1931 and 31 din. Ayan. And yung mga entity involved, Salisana, Calamba, Tresma, and yung VAT natin or yung recording for the VAT ni Kashato. Yung dapat niyang bayaran sa BIR. Okay. Tapos, yung type of journal, ayan, general journal. So, magsimula tayo dun sa, isa-isay natin sila, magsimula tayo dun sa October 4 na transaction. Yan. So, balikan natin siya. So, October 4, issued credit memo number 13 to Salisana Garments for 4,480 as an allowance for defects in merchandise purchased and retained by Salisana Garments. So, di ba yung nasa definition natin kanina, kapag may binalik na merchandise si Kashato, ayan, sinabi naman na allowance. Ayan. Pag sinabi natin issued credit memo, kapag tayo yung nag-issue ng credit memo, ibig sabihin, meron tayong binabalik na merchandise sa isang entity na pinagbilhan natin. Okay? Then, as an allowance for defects. Ayan, may defects, kaya kailangan ibalik. Ayan. So, yung naging journal entry natin dito from our private video tutorial ay debit, sales return, from Salisana to Salisana, 4,480. Then, yung credit natin ay accounts receivable, 4,480. So, kung gusto niyo malaman yung explanation regarding that, deeper explanation, nandun sa ating private video tutorials. Okay? Pero, pagdating kasi sa general journal, we have to compute for its output tax. Kapag kasi meron tayong sales account or sales-related account or purchase-related account, kailangan natin siyang computan ng output or input tax. Okay, tandaan yon kasi it was stated in our guidelines, yung mga na-explain ko na sa mga naunang videos natin, na we are or the applicable system in our practice set is yung voucher system. Okay? Sa voucher system, we have to compute for the VAT, okay, or the value added tax. Yan. So, since meron tayong sales return dito, we have to compute for the sales return without VAT. That's 4,480 divided by 1.12. So, laki niyang divided by 1.12 para makuha natin yung sales return without VAT na 4,000. And for the output tax, we just have to deduct 4,480 kay 4,000. Yan. Ang equal ay 480. Yan. And yung magiging pinaka journal entry natin sa general journal ay ganito. Ganito siya yung mangyayari. We have two debit accounts here, that's sales returns and output tax. Or dapat sales returns and sales returns and allowances na 4,000. Then output tax na 4,000 or 480. Okay? And the credit here is accounts receivable 4,480. So ganito dapat yung kalalabasan niya na journal entry, okay? Or yung record. So kung i-compare natin from the normal journal entries na ginagawa natin sa basic accounting, ito yung nasa taas. Itong nasa baba, ito na yung journal entry natin not prior but with application of the voucher system. Okay? Kasi we are computing for the VAT. So, ganyan lang siya kadali. The next one, for October 19, nag-accept daw tayo ng 33,600, 60-day, 12% note dated October 19 from Calamba Commercial in settlement of the open account. So, ang naging journal entry naman natin dito ay debit notes receivable and credit accounts receivable. So, notice na ito lang yung nilagay ko dito sa specific slide na to because ito na rin mismo talaga yung journal entry na ilalagay natin doon sa ating general journal. We don't have to compute for VAT, for the output tax, kasi hindi naman or wala naman tayong journal entry or account dito na related to sales. Okay? Wala naman tayong sales related accounts like for example, sales returns and allowances, sales discount. Yung tatlong yun, pag related sila, we have to compute for the output tax. The next one, we have October 31, consider the account of Tres Mamata Store Uncollectible. So, in specific instructions, Tres Balyada, the owner, has authorized this entry. Record in the General Journal and post the subsidiary ledger. So, for this one, i-record daw siya sa General Journal. So, meron na tayong key point na agad na dapat dito siya sa General Journal. Yan. And ang naging journal entry natin dito ay debit allowance for uncollectible accounts na 6,720 and credit accounts receivable na 6,720. So, ganyan siya yung naging journal entry natin and it is also from our private tutorial video. So, nandun na yung explanation. You just have to access for it. Okay? So, kung makikita nyo, yan lang din yung journal entry na ilalagay natin sa general journal kasi wala namang sales-related account. Okay? You don't have to compute for the output tax. And lastly, October 31 pa rin, recorded the value-added taxes due for the current month. Ito naman, wala pa tayo dito na certain or expected na or yung talagang eksakto na value kasi we have to complete our special journals first for us to get the entries for this transaction. Meaning to say, meron kasi tayo sa special journals na mga columns for output and input tax. Okay? And yung dalawang account na yon, they are important here in this transaction. It's not transaction, but it's record. I mean, something ganon. Pero, ang magiging format nung journal entry natin for this one, we have debit output tax, credit input tax, and VAT payable. So, bakit ganito yung nagiging format niya? Kasi, kaya tayo nag-debit dito ng output tax. Ang output tax kasi lagi yung akibat or kadikit nung sinasabi ko nga na um, sales-related accounts. Okay? And pag sinabi nating sales, dapat mas or ideally, dapat mas mataas 'di ba ang amount ng sales kaysa sa mga expenses or ng mga purchases natin, kaya malaki yung amount niya. So, diyan siya sa credit natin as a debit account. And yung credit naman natin ay input tax and VAT payable. Magkasama sila. So, bakit sila magkasama? Kasi VAT payable, ito ay parang masasabi ko na balancing figure kasi siya eh. Pagdating dito sa specific record na to. So, pagdating kasi ng output tax, input tax, yan, madedetermine mo yung value niyan kapag natapos mo na yung special journals. Pero yung VAT payable, mas madali mo lang siya madedetermine if meron ka ng value for output and input tax. You just have to deduct the input tax to the output tax for you to get the VAT payable. Kaya nga siya tinatawag na balancing figure for me, ha? Kasi yun yung naging applicable or naging effective for me to get the VAT payable. Okay? Kaya ako siya natatawag na balancing figure. Pero if you have any other ways on how to get the VAT payable correctly, you apply it. Okay? But for the sake of this discussion, yan, ginawa ko lang siyang balancing figure.